Hi, this is Mike from Mike's Unboxing Reviews and How To, and on today's video, an absolute banger from MSI, and not banger as in it's going to explode, a banger as in this is incredible value for money. Now this was actually highlighted on our Bargains No Chat room on our Discord from Andy Archer, so thank you very much Andy Archer for highlighting this. This is the MSI MAG A750 GLS. Now the S is the very important part of this. The S in this particular model number stands for silent, and this is a silent PSU, or as close to silent as you can pretty much get. The maximum noise rating from this PSU with 135mm fluid dynamic bearing fan is somewhere around 24 decibels. So that is absolutely whisper quiet. And generally in moderate use, the fan is not going to spin at all. It has a 0 RPM mode, so if you like your silence and you like a quality power supply, this is possibly one to take a look at. Now this effectively is a kind of Mark II version of the A750 GLS. The original version, very similar, but this has been upgraded. So this is now PCIe Gen 5.1 certified and also ATX 3.1 certified. Previously, it had a Cybernetics Gold rating, whereas now it has a Cybernetics Platinum rating. And not only that, it also has an A rating for sound, which, yeah, is great. So it means it's very, very quiet. And also, it comes in a very compact form factor at only 150mm deep. So it's 150 by 150 by 86, which is kind of like the standard size for ATX power supplies. Also, in terms of its kind of 80 plus rating, it's 80 plus rated as gold. This come in at the moment at just a smidgen over £55 here in the UK at the time of recording, which is towards the middle of July 2026. Now, obviously the economy is gone completely to pot, so it's really nice to see something which is actually reduced in price and is actually good value for money rather than just being cheap tap that someone's trying to sell off. So this is, I think, is brilliant. I'm going to go through today, this is just an unboxing and overview. If you want a highly technical detailed guide on this, then you can head over to Hardware Busters. They did a review of the Mark I version, which is really very similar. There are some slight differences with the capacitors used and things like that. There are some kind of regional differences, but essentially it is the same product. So I'll try and link that in the video description if you want to check it out in a deeper guide. So first of all, looking at the packaging is pretty much going to go over what I've already said anyway. So Cybernetics ATX 3.1 passed, also PPLP gold rated, Cybernetics gold on here, but it is actually platinum. If you go over to their site now, they've updated it. So older packaging, but newer model. So maybe this is from a while back or something like that. Also, it's got some really nice cabling. So it's got embossed cables, which is seem to be the new meta at the moment. And also it has that really cool dual colored cables, which is going to be really handy for those of you that are using the PCIe Gen 5.1, the 12 by 2 by 6 by whatever they want to call it these days. They actually have a multicolored connection. So if you can see any yellow on the connector, you've done it wrong. It's not pushed in far enough. So as a little bit of a kind of a safety and a helpful thing for DIY builders, if you can see some color on the plug, yeah, push it all the way in. Something is going wrong with whatever you're doing. So yeah, that is basically it for the box. If you look on the back there, it's got the 80 plus gold efficiency, ATX 3.1, as we said, native 12 volt 2 by 6 connector, dual color cables, optimized sound levels, embossed jacket cables, fluid dynamic bearing fan, and a 105C main electrolytic capacitor. You've got the specifications there, giving you the full 750 watts on that 12 volt rail, pumping out a 62.5 amp rating. Also, it talks about the connectors, which will go in more depth, but just for a quick rundown, there's plenty. You shouldn't have any problems at all with this. There's actually a few versions of this power supply available. There's the 750, there's also a 650 if you want something a little bit cheaper, but potentially, depending when you're shopping, it might be the same price or even more expensive because this one has been on offer. Both of those are actually OEM'd by a company called Huntkey. Now, they're one of the biggest OEM manufacturers in China for power supplies. If you're looking at this with a slightly sort of broader view for the future with the 850 or the 1000 watt models of the GLS, those are actually made by CWT. So again, a very good OEM. China Mobile Technologies makes some really, really good power supplies, not only for MSI, but for many, many other top branded manufacturers. So yeah, all good stuff there. This one, again, is the S model, so this is the silent version. PCI Express Gen 5.1, I know I've said it so many times, you got all the ratings there, etc. The capacitors, when it comes to the capacitors, now actually in some reviews it shows different capacitors, so I'm guessing they are changing it around depending on what is available and regional variances. This particular one has got some Exxon capacitors. They're 105C for the main cap, which is fine, and it appears that all the other smaller caps are all the same brand as well, so it's nice to see they've stuck to one manufacturer for all of them, whether that's a cost-saving exercise or whether it's just easier to buy all of them in bulk from a particular manufacturer. I don't know, but it seems to have worked out well. It still gets really good ratings despite the capacitors being a slightly unknown quantity, but still very good, and it passes all the tests in hardware busters and obviously for Cybernetics and 80+, so you've got no worries there. On top of all that, you've got all the usual stuff, so it's got the massive power excursion, so this actually has been tested with power excursion of up to 1650 watts, so that's 220% over the rated value of it. So yeah, if there is some kind of power excursion, it can briefly handle it. It'll be absolutely fine. Of course, if there is any problems, this thing has got loads of power protection features on there. It's got over current protection, over temperature protection, over power protection, short circuit protection, over voltage protection, under voltage protection, surge inrush protection, and also no load operation. And if that wasn't enough, it's also backed up with a 7-year warranty, which again is pretty good. Considering this only costs like 55 quid, I know that was a special offer. Generally it does tend to sell for a little bit more than that, closer to the kind of £80 mark. But again, £55, this is incredible. I actually bought two, but anyway, that's another story. So let's take a look at what we get. So obviously you get the power supply unit itself. So 150 by 150 by 86 in terms of measurements. Pretty nice looking unit. Got some branding on the sides there for MSI Arsenal Gaming, or MAG as it's otherwise known. You've got that on the two sides there. Also on the top, you've got your standard label showing you all the ratings if you ever need to refer to them and you've thrown the box out. On the back, very simple, straightforward. You've got your IEC plug inputs and just a regular on-off switch. Hexagonal ventilation on the back, so that's great for letting the air out. And probably one of the best things is this new fan they've used. So it's 135mm fluid dynamic bearing fan. Also, I think what really helps this out in terms of the noise is they've gone back to this actually rather old school design of having a metal fan grill there. And this is really good because it's very thin, allowing the air to move very easily through it, so reducing turbulence, therefore reducing noise, which for me is actually really important, and maybe it is to you as well. If it isn't, it's a nice added option, but for those that really do like to have a ultra quiet PC, I think this is a really good way of doing it. And of course, big fan on there, 135mm. What they've done as well on this version, which is the kind of the Mark II version in inverted commas, the silent version, the GLS, they've actually adjusted the fan profile as well. So it's less aggressive with a bigger fan. The previous version had a 120mm fan, so the 135 obviously a little bit bigger, can move a little bit more air. Slight redesign internally on the board, a little bit more space in there, so air can circulate a little bit better and therefore keeping the noise down, which again, for some people is extremely important. To me, I am one of those people. On the back, as you can probably see, this is a fully modular design. Now, there's not an absolute ton of connections on here, but you'll see when we come to the cabling that it isn't actually as minimalistic as you would first think. So you've got two sections there, so SATA and peripherals. So that's going to be for floppy drive connectors, SATA connectors, Molex connectors, that kind of stuff. You've got your main ATX on the bottom there, and over to the side you've got CPU and PCIe. You've got 3 ports on there, which isn't a huge amount, but if you think it's a 750 watt power supply, it's absolutely fine, because realistically for a lot of people you're going to be ending up using the 12 volt 2x6 connector for your graphics cards. Now, even if you haven't got a graphics card which is natively using the 12 volt 2x6 connection, don't worry, MSI have got you covered. You can use whatever you want. You can use that connection, or you can use your standard PCIe, which will make a lot more sense when we have a tour through the cables. Now, before we get started on the cables, we'll take a very brief look at the accessories. So in terms of accessories, well, you get a power plug. That's actually not always a given these days, so it's nice to see that is included. You also get 4 screws to actually attach it to your case if you haven't got some already. Again, nice thing to have. Not always guaranteed you're going to get that. Something which isn't always available, and again is a really nice touch, especially at this price point, is you get a set of cable combs. So if you're someone who likes to have your cables all nicely, neatly organized, then this is going to be just a trick. And these are actually nice quality plastic ones, not cheap 3D printed ones. So that is going to be great for making things look very swish inside your rig. Also, you get the MSI shout out leaflet, which potentially, if you wanted to, if you want to do some sort of review or appraisal of MSI products, you potentially can get rewarded in the terms of Steam vouchers, etc, etc. So if you want to do that, you can. And also, if you're in the EU region, you get the European Union regulatory notices. Very, very interesting stuff indeed. But not as interesting as the cables. So let's take a look at the cables. So first of all, you've got your main 24-pin power cable. Again, these are all nicely embossed as well, which is really cool. And something which I really like to see is the fact that the 24-pin is splittable, or can be split, is probably the proper grammar, but it's got those really nice push-in plugs which actually are kind of locked in place. So you don't find yourself kind of pushing the plug in and all of a sudden the end bit just popping off and you can't see what's going on inside your rig. It's a real pain in the backside. So yeah, I really like the design of that. So that is excellent. Then moving on to our CPU or EPS connection. Now with this, you've only got one cable. There is a pigtail on it, so you do have technically two cables, both of which can be split. These are, again, kind of notched together, so they're not going to fall apart inadvertently. And actually, they're quite difficult to split, so that's pretty good. So if you want to use a 4-pin, you can. If you want to use an 8-pin, you can. Or you can use a dual 8-pin. Now, realistically, these cables are rated to somewhere around about 400 watts. So do you really need to use both of them? Probably not. Your motherboard might have it. If you want to plug them in, fine. Generally, most PCs of the last sort of 10 years, a single 8-pin connector is absolutely fine. Next up, for our graphics cards, and for those of you using AMD cards or maybe slightly older NVIDIA ones, then you've got two cables. These are your PCI Express, the kind of normal ones. So PCIe 6+2s. These again have been done really well. It's got those really nice sliding connectors, which are actually really difficult to actually slide off. So when it comes to kind of plugging it into your graphics card, you can rest assured that it is fully in and you've not got like the +2 cable just hanging out slightly, which can cause all kinds of grief. Two cables, no pigtails, so direct power connections. So that's great for a lot of people. They're using dual 8-pin connections. Fantastic. But you're thinking, well, Mike, I've got a card which needs 3 connections. Well, firstly, if you're using a card with 3 connections, this probably isn't the power supply for you. You probably want the 850 or 1000 watt, which has got more connections on it. But, however, if you want to make things a little bit different, then what you can do is there is this cool cable. So we've got our yellow color-coded PCI Express Gen 5.1 2x6 connection, which then splits into 2 PCI Express 8 pins, or 6+2 pins. And again, nice and easy to slide the sides off should you wish to. If you need to, you've got a 6+8, that sort of thing. But again, you can plug this directly into your power supply, and then you can plug these into your graphics card. Again, simplifying some of your cable management. A very nice addition. I like that a lot. And for obviously, if you just want to go native to native, then you can do, because there is yet another cable, which is the 12 volt high power or 12 volt 2x6, color coded as well for the 5.1 spec. And these are rated up to 450 watts, which I think is absolutely fine for the kind of targeted market for this power supply. Again, all of these cables are nicely embossed, and of course you can use those cable combs to make things look very tidy and swish in your PC. So that is great, we like that a lot. And last of all, going on to the accessory cables. So this is for your kind of floppy drives, your SATA, PATA drives, maybe add-on cards, that kind of thing. Add-on USB cards quite often use these type of connections, and obviously your SATA-based drives will be using these as well. So you've got 2 cables, and of which, between the two, you've got 5 SATA connections, you've got 2 Molex connections, and 1 floppy drive connection. So you got it pretty much all covered there. If it's an older PC that still has something with a floppy drive style connection, or I think it's called a Berg connection, but you can use that. Then obviously you've got your Molex as well for some kind of RGB devices, that kind of thing. And you've got a bunch of SATAs, which I think is going to be more than enough for most people. So that is pretty much it for what is included and what it's all about. I really love this power supply. I think it's great. Probably most of you will realize I am somewhat of an MSI fanboy. I think they tend to do things very well indeed. Now, you may disagree with that. You're more than welcome to do. That is what the comments section is for. And I would appreciate if you have watched the video thus far, please leave a comment in the comments section. Let me know what you think about this. Also, as well, if you want to find out about deals like this when they come out, as soon as they are available, head over to our Discord and check out Bargains No Chat or the eBay Bargains Room. I'm sure you're going to find something of use for you there, especially for UK viewers. But yeah, I think that's going to pretty much wrap up taking a look at this awesome power supply, the MSI MAG A750 GLS. Very important, the S-bit. This is the Mark II version, fully upgraded. So yeah, if you do want to grab a bargain, hopefully when this video goes out, they will still be available from Amazon at this price. I will put links in the video description, so you're more than welcome to check it out for yourselves. And even realistically, if it's a couple of quid more, then it's probably still worth taking a look at. Comparatively, these generally tend to be very competitively priced in the market. So there we go. That's the MSI MAG A750 GLS. I've been Mike. This is Mike's Unboxing Reviews and How To, and hopefully we'll catch you in the very next video. Thanks for watching.